everybody, and welcome back to the Blu Ray Hunter. I'm the Blu Ray Hunter, Jonathan Moody, and this is my collection haul video where I'm going to be talking about my collections of certain things. And today we're going to be going over my 4Ks. So get ready for that. All right. Whew, I've got a lot, so bear with me. And I may talk about things and I may not. We'll see how this goes. First off, the we're gonna go alphabetically, by the way, and everything, and it'll help me because then later I'm going to put them in order back up in my collection in my thing right up there, right at the top, right up there, my bookcase. All right, begin with starting with A is Across the Universe. So when I was in LA, I became friends with my friend Mackenzie, who I asked her one day, "What's your favorite movie?" I just wanted to know, and she said "Across the Universe." So I think I'd seen the picture of it on DVD, but didn't know much about it, and loved it. It looks fantastic, even better on 4K. It comes with extended musical performance, a deleted scene, commentary with director Julie Traymore, and more. So, with both Julie Traymore and music producer composer Elliot Goldenthal. 5 behind the scenes featurettes, so good amount of stuff. All right. Then I this is the only one I have of this. I need to get the other like bunch of movies, the whole series, but Alien. So I'm not gonna go by with everything that they have. You can just maybe see, you pause right there and see what it is. So there you go. Alien. Another one with the slip cover. I like slip covers if I can get them, but if they're not mandatory. American Psycho. So yeah, so that's three. I don't know if I'm gonna count all these. Yeah, let's not count all of them. It's gonna be annoying. All right. Next is The Apartment, which later when you'll see my haul video, I'll discuss this. So there you go. The one I did for my spotlight earlier, Apocalypse Now. The big box set that has like all the stuff in it. Look at all that. Look at all that shit. Love it. Next is Assassin's Creed. I tried watching this honestly, and I couldn't get into it, so I need to rewatch it and try it again. I just couldn't really get into it before. And a lot of you, and I've talked about this before. A lot of people ask me, if you don't like a movie, why is it in your collection? Why don't you get rid of it? And honestly, I can say that my collection to me isn't big enough for me to want to get rid of stuff. I'm gonna want to keep as many as I can until I get it so big that I'm just like, I can get rid of stuff I don't want. And right now, so I'm just trying to build up my collection to have like thousands upon thousands of maybe, a million, once, that kind of thing. So it's gonna take a while. Yeah. So Blade Runner, the director's cut, or the final cut, I'm sorry. I just got my dad for his birthday the collection that has the first cut in it, the original cut, the theatrical cut, because that's his favorite cut. Like he does not like the final cut or the director's cut or any of the other ones, but it has all of them in it. So it's on Blu-ray, it's not on 4K. So this was what I got on that, and I don't mind the final cut, but yeah, if I want to borrow my dad's Blade Runner, he was actually, as far as I remember hearing, he watched the other day. Blade Runner 2049. Ugh. This is the sequel. I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna say that a lot about my movies, period. I collect movies. I don't necessarily watch all of them. Um, This is a movie I watched after I bought it, Bohemian Rhapsody. Like it a lot, think it's great, but I could have hated it and like, damn it, but it's recreating Live Aid and got all these kind of special features. It's just really cool anyway if you're a Queen fan. I like Bohemian Rhapsody and We Are the Champions and We Will Rock You and all that stuff. Brawl at Cell Block 99. Yeah, so Brawl in Block 99. Um, so it stars like Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Carpenter, Mark Lucas, Thomas Guerry is in it. Okay, I need to watch it. So eventually it's going to be part of my Blu Ray Hunter, like need to watch movies. I just haven't seen it yet, but you can check it out at some point. Movie I have checked out, we did a whole review of it on Criterion Watch, is Citizen Kane on Criterion. So classic. Also has a cool like way to open it up and you get all of them in sleeves. I don't like the sleeves because I'm afraid they're gonna like mess up the discs, but it's just kind of cool to have like it look like a book or something. Is that how you put it on? Goodness gracious. Oh, next, the only Kevin Smith 4K I have yet. No Mallrats is coming out or just came out on 4K. I'm eventually gonna get that because I have the Blu-ray of it, but Clerks 3. I'm gonna get Clerks 1 and Clerks 2. They gotta come out on 4K. But I can turn down a 4K Blu-ray with like a cool little thing like that. I think that's awesome. Little slipcase. All right. Next is A Clockwork Orange on 4K. One of my favorite movies, a movie that I watched. I re Paul loves The Shining, which I also have on 4K, of course. But um, this is probably one of my favorite Stanley Kubrick films. Because it's the movie that like when I was a kid, I wanted to watch it. Well, I wanted to watch it, and my dad made me basically read the book, before watching it. And I read that book in like 2 or 3 days, like, you know, and stuff because I really badly wanted to watch this movie. So, yeah, he never did that with any other movies. Maybe read the book first. Maybe I would have read a lot more. I don't know. Next is Close Encounters of the Third Kind, classic Spielberg movie. Um, it's got all of them. It's got the the Blu-ray and the 4K in there and stuff, and it's got more stuff in there. So if you did get a chance to see that digital code, I think it's already been used. So, uh, there you go. Classic. Another movie I think is sort of classic is The Craft, which will be on the Blu Ray Hunters next haul thing. So I'm gonna put it back over here because it's not gonna be put back into my movies yet. Um, but I'm going to be putting that in the June and July haul. The Dark Crystal. Uh, just watched this recently for the first time because I bought it on not recently. I guess it was Christmas time. 'Cause they had that Christmas slash Black Friday sale, and I bought it because everybody talks about the Dark Crystal, and I'd never seen it. Loved it. Thought it was great. I need to watch the TV show. People kept telling me you gotta watch the TV show, and I want to, but it's just haven't done it yet. These are all my DC movies. I put them all together instead of putting them in alphabetical order, separated. But the first Aquaman, 'cause the second one hasn't come out yet, not even out available on the theater yet, but the first one, Jason Momoa, not Vincent Chase. Um, Next is Birds of Prey, which um, I think the only reason I got this was it was cheap at the time that I bought it, maybe $10 or something. And I bought it because I want to have a collection of DC movies, so I want to have as many as I could. So if they're cheap, I'll definitely pick them up. But I need all of them. I need like Man of Steel and all of the Batman ones, and stuff like that. So yeah. Okay. I'm missing. Oh no, I'm not. Ah, it's just not in order. Justice League. So that's next. Um, so this is like the Whedon cut, I guess, or whatever. And I always remember this being kind of okay. And then I've heard that the Snyder cut is much better, but it's so fucking long. And I don't know if I really want to sit through like a 4 hour long movie of just the same shit, just a different cut of it. Um, the Suicide Squad, classic, classic, classic. I liked it. I liked it. I liked the new one with James Gunn much better. But I thought that one was kind of cute. I mean, it had moments. Um, Will Smith seemed like he was phoning it in. That was the only problem I have with the movie, really. His character just seemed kind of like, not as much fun as the other ones. But yeah, it was the first time we really, really got to see Harley, and everything. She got her own freaking spin-off movie, which wasn't really a spin-off. Birds of Prey I didn't like as much because it was like basically Harley's movie, where I guess they were like, oh, we can't just build a whole name off of that. We'll have to put in the Birds of Prey too. It should have been called Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey, and that would have worked better, but whatever. Ah, Wonder Woman, the last one of the DC. So I need a lot more. I need like Shazam, and, you know, a bunch of them. I just don't have them yet. And I'll eventually get them. I'm not in a rush. The Deer Hunter. So it's kind of funny. DC to the Deer Hunter. That's a completely different type of movie. Uh, Great movie. Saw it recently, last year, and loved it. For the first time, saw it last year. Was like, oh my God, this movie is so fucking good. Kind of like Apocalypse Now, sort of like really just really good. Um, Next is Die Hard. The original Die Hard. I have in Blu-ray like Die Hard 2 and 3, and I think I have almost all of them except maybe the last one. Um, I forgot what that's it's not Live Free Die Hard. Something, something A Good Day to Die Hard, I think is what it's called. I don't have that one, but I don't think. Um, the next is a Mark Dacascos movie that we did for Indie Film Cafe. It's called Drive. I thought it was great. Got Brittany Murphy in it. It's just sort of a random person to have in a martial arts movie like that. And then Dune from Arrow. That's pretty cool. And I'm gonna put that up here because I think that goes right here. So that's gonna go up in my hall. Then Dunkirk with the Christopher Nolan movie. And that does it for the first group. There's three more groups, so bear with me. Next is Edge of Darkness or Edge of Tomorrow. Edge of Darkness is a completely different movie. Edge of Tomorrow, otherwise called Live, Die, Repeat, which some people call this that. That's the tagline, but people will call it Live, Die, Repeat for some reason or another. Usually it goes together and like, see, it says like Edge of Tomorrow, Live, Die, Repeat. So I think people think that's what it's called, but it's called Edge of Tomorrow. Great movie. One of Tom Cruise's best like newer action movies. Next is one of the movies I loved, probably my favorite movie of my year, just E.T. Doesn't really have that. It's got over 3 hours of bonus features. With like discussions with guys, Steven Spielberg and the music and all that stuff. Just fantastic stuff. So definitely want to explore that at some point. But I absolutely love this movie. If you haven't seen it, it's truly remarkable. Like really fun movie for and 4K, it just looks beautiful. Speaking of looking beautiful in 4K, Everything Everywhere All at Once, A24 film. Now I'm gonna put that right up here. So that goes there, but I think maybe you're right. I think it goes up there. Anyway, there you go. Everything Everywhere All at Once. I really enjoyed that one. The Evil Dead classic, classic film. I have not seen Evil Dead Rise yet, and I've heard it's coming to probably one of those streaming sites fairly soon. So, um, can't wait to watch it. I haven't been to the theater in forever, and that's bad because like I was a Marvel nut going to theaters, but just haven't even seen Guardians of the Galaxy 3 yet, just because I just don't have time or money. I'm spending them on these movies. Ex Machina, another A24 film. I did not know this was A24 for the longest time, but great movie. If you haven't seen it, please go check it out. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Um, I don't have the other movies of this yet. But I eventually will get all of them, including The Hobbit, not The Hobbit, Harry Potter, and The Hobbit, and The Lord of the Rings. I'm eventually gonna have everything on 4K. It's just give me some time. It's gonna be a little while. I've got other things to buy and a lot of Blu-rays and DVDs. So there you go. Full Metal Jacket, another Stanley Kubrick classic. I really like I really, really, really like the first half where they're getting trained and the sergeant, the drill sergeant and Gomer Pyle stuff. I really enjoyed that. And then the war stuff's okay. It just felt like another war movie after that. Um the Stripes. I don't know which one came first. But it felt very Stripes like. I think Stripes came first, and it felt there was some moments, and I'm gonna people are gonna get like, oh my God, you're comparing Stanley Kubrick to Ivan Reitman's Stripes, and in a way, yeah, they have to like find people who are kidnapped or something. I don't know. I just remember them being in an area. Now one was Vietnam, one was Russia or whatever, area. But, whatever. It's a great movie, very fun. Uh, Glad to have it on 4K. One of my favorite movies of all time, Ghostbusters, I think. Correct? Yes, right. There, right next to Karate Kid. It's Ghostbusters. So there you go. Then The Goonies, another classic film that I don't have on my posters yet, but I'll get more posters later this year. My wall feels naked, or half naked. All right, next is another A24 is The Green Knight. I want to check this out. I really love these little slip covers on it. It's just really nice to have. From acclaimed writer director David Lowery. Haven't seen it yet, just haven't. But I do plan to, so can't wait. Hacksaw Ridge. This is a Mel Gibson film, and it stars like Andrew Garfield and Sam Worthington, Hugo Weaving, Luke Bracey, Vince Vaughn. I mean, I haven't seen it. Oh Lord. But I have seen this Halloween classic, 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 and another horror film, Hellfest, which I also love this slipcover on it. Yeah. see what the time period is. Oh yeah, I get plenty. All right, next is The Hunger Games, the original film. I haven't got the rest of them, but eventually I will. I'll collect the whole collection. Inception, um, another Christopher Nolan film. Speaking of another Christopher Nolan film, Interstellar. Then In the Heat of the Night, which is pretty cool. It's got a lot of cool stuff, including both the movies. They call me Mr. Tibbs in the organization in it, so it's pretty cool. Jaws Steelbook. Kind of wish I had a slipcover with it, but I'm okay with the Steelbook. I mean, let's do that. It's really fucking cool. So if you open it up like this, Jaws, and then she swim into Jaws. Oh, Bruce. That's what the shark was named, Bruce. John Wick. I need the other two John Wick movies or three? Three? I guess it's up to now. Up to John Wick 4. Oh my goodness. So many. Sometimes the sequels are just too much. Another movie I have on my wall there, The Karate Kid. Classic. All right, these two I've never seen, but I know of them. I'm thinking this one's first is the Kingsman and the Secret Service. Ooh, it is falling out of there. What in the world? Ah! What's there like three? Hold on a second. This is weird. Okay, there's two. They were both loose. That's not good. I'm hoping they didn't get messed up. Okay, so there's a the 4K and the Blu-ray. They were flying around, so I didn't like that. All right. So there you go. So they got both of these, the as well as the golden circle. So uh, read that. Yeah, you can't really read that because of this. Let me see if I can block that out real quick. Yeah. So there you go. Okay. Virginia King, King of New York, classic. Watched this year and I was blown away. I think Christopher Walken did such a great job in this, and he's just somebody. Every time I watch him, I don't want to I would not want to be uh dating Mrs. His daughter. I would not want to meet him or whatever. I'd be terrified and intimidated by him. Just like the Dark Crystal, I have Labyrinth. I've had this for a while. I watched it. I like Dark Crystal better, but I need to rewatch Labyrinth. Last Action Hero, classic, very good movie, fun, just enjoyable. And speaking of classic, The Lost Boys, which is also a classic, and I love. And once again, comes with a slipcover. So there you go. Awesome. All right, on to our M's and more. All right, these are all Marvel movies, and they're all listed in MA basically. So let me grab these two, three, then I'm done. All right. So I have more Marvel movies than I do have um DC. So we'll go through these. Ant-Man and the Wasp, the first one. Well, the second movie, but the first of the Ant-Man and the Wasp. I don't have the second Ant-Man and the Wasp into Quantumania yet because I don't even think it's out. Avengers 8 was it the Infinity War? I need to get Endgame and all the other Avengers movies. Captain America, Winter Soldier, Captain America Civil War, my favorite so far, my favorite Marvel movie ever made. Like this is yeah, this is my favorite movie ever made of them from the MCU. I absolutely adore this flick. I think it's got a really good it's got a really good premise of the two teams and they're based on the comics, so it's not like completely original necessarily, but um basically Iron Man and Captain America are going head to head or face to face because they, both have two different sides to what they want to do with how they are superheroes and stuff. And, should the government control them? Should the government not control them? And stuff like that. And most people side with Captain America. I'd actually side with Iron Man. And so it was great. I have really good conversations with people about, why you shouldn't do that, and nobody's changed my mind yet. So there you go. Civil War. Deadpool 2. I have Deadpool 1 on Blu-ray, so I need to get Deadpool 2 or Deadpool 1 on 4K. The original Doctor Strange. I need Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness at some point on 4K. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, which I need Part 1 at some point on 4K. Just don't have it yet. The Incredible Hulk, which a lot of people don't realize still is an MCU movie. Deadpool 1 and 2 are technically in the MCU coming soon. Spider-Man, I never took off that price tag or whatever the Best Buy tag. But yep, Spider-Man Homecoming will slip. Spider-Man Far From Home, where they went to Venice and it's pretty fun. And Thor Ragnarok, which I really, really love. Don't love Love and Thunder that much, but when I first watched it, I thought it was okay. The Love and Thunder. Then the more I thought about it, the more I hated it. So we're going into the M's and whatnot. The Matrix. Let's don't go into the Matrix. So I got the Jaws steelbook, so I have to get the Meg steelbook. It's pretty cool. Miami Connection. I showed this off before for my showcase. I absolutely loved having it. And it's got like a little booklet and everything. Just love it. Just so happy about this. The Criterion 4K, which is the Mulholland Drive. What I don't like about these covers and stuff is that it doesn't have like the 4K thing, so you don't know it's a 4K until you like open it up maybe and see that they have the 4K and they have the Blu-ray for it, but and a booklet because it's Criterion. They contain the booklet for everything. Well, that's just great. How do I put this in here? Oh, oh, maybe that's it. Nope, that's not it. Okay, I guess that's it. All right. What fun watching me figure out how to freaking open and shut these things. We're almost done with the third pile, so. Oh, wait. No, we're not. Well, we are, but we aren't. The Mummy. Tom Cruise, The Mummy. A lot of people hate this movie, and it bombed really bad, so that's why they didn't continue. Um, I thought it was okay. Like, it had moments that were really freaking cool. My only problem was it was not a horror mummy. It was like back to Brendan Fraser mummy, and what they really should have done is kneeled into the horror aspect of everything, not just the action aspect of it. And they tried to do that with the Invisible Man. I think that did very well, as it's Blumhouse and they're cheap. Rather than that, they didn't have Tom Cruise and the Invisible Man. Okay. The Northman, great movie actually. Really, really enjoyed that one. And this is my favorite Tarantino movie of all time. Just Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Yep. So there you go. Now it's my favorite one he's directed. I'll get to the one I love as far as writing goes. That he didn't direct, that he wrote. But anyway, Overlord, Passengers. Ah, these are really bad. Sorry, the glare is terrible. Anyway, was it Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence in Passengers? Yep. I have this under P for Planet of the Apes. It's War of the Planet of the Apes. When I get more 4Ks of all the other Planet of the Apes movies, they'll go in P for Planet of the Apes. Prince of Dark, well, Prince of Darkness, John Carpenter flick. I needed to get more of his films on 4K. Psycho, Alfred Hitchcock, which I think is the only 4K Hitchcock movie I have, and it's a steelbook. So that's pretty cool. It's neat. Very cool. Speaking of very cool, Pulp Fiction, I'll slip. So yeah, it's pretty neat. There's another even neater Quentin Tarantino movie I have on 4K. Next is The Purge, 1, 2, and 3. Only have the first three. But I'm sure I'll get more of them later. So it's got The Purge, Purge Anarchy, and The Purge Election Year. Now, I seen The Purge and I liked it. I thought it was okay. It's pretty good. The Purge Anarchy I liked better. It was more fun, more like it was more spread out, and you didn't. What I liked about the original idea of The Purge is that like if you're out of your house, you know, you're pretty much fucked. People are gonna come after you, and I mean they could do whatever they want, and it's scary. Like it's a scary world out there. So anyway, Purge 1, 2, and 3. I think they even did a TV series. All right, my last group of movies. So, woo, you've gone through all of this. Like I'm surprised. So another Criterion 4K is Raging Bull, which Raging Bull is the down here. But it's really a big picture of him, and it is director approved by Martin Scorsese. Um yeah, a little nicer of a thing than the last one the Mulholland Drive one did. Yeah, great movie. All right. Another Steven Spielberg movie I really liked, Ready Player One. I've heard mixed things before I watched it, so I was little, little worried about watching it, but it does say be excited for it. So, all right. I thought it was fun. It was enjoyable. Real Genius. It is the only one in a regular DVD case because my friend bought it. He bought it for the Blu-ray. This comes with the Blu-ray, but he doesn't have a 4K, so he just gave me the 4K. And I need to eventually buy this so that I could get the Blu-ray because apparently you can't get the Blu-ray without buying the 4K. So, but anyway, I'm happy to have the 4K on it and everything, and just watch the movie. So I'm excited. I really like the movie, by the way. It's really funny. Speaking of this, is the Tarantino movie that I the the slip cover and everything was amazing. This is why I bought it, was for the slip. Well, I bought it because it's Reservoir Dogs. Look at the slip, so get his ear. Oh, ah, rip his ear off. Cut his ear off. It is crazy. But if you look at the regular thing, there you go. And it's a steelbook. So how cool is that? Like that. So it's a steelbook with an awesome cover. The Revenant by Alejandro the Inierto. Um, Leonardo DiCaprio. This is the one that he won his Oscar in, and I still haven't seen it. Just haven't. I think it's like what, 2 hours and something, like 2.5 hours, maybe three. It's pretty long from what I remember. Maybe it's not. It doesn't. Where is the? Okay, sorry. This is not as interesting as you might expect, and I don't cut shit, so what you see is what you get. Oh, but it does not say how long it is. Weird. Uh, oh, 156 minutes. Oh, wow. So, like 2.5 hours, basically. RoboCop, the director's cut. I need to get, if there's a 4K of the original regular cut, I'll get that too. But this is pretty cool to have because you can buy the 4K, or you can buy the Blu-ray of it and have this. Yeah, if you want the 4K version of it. All right, man, this is crazy. Scarface, Al Pacino. Once again, really cool little slip. Love it. Great movie. Did Warner Brothers put this out? Universal put this out. Yeah. I keep calling things classic, but that really is like a classic. People talk about that movie all the time. Scott Pilgrim saves was first the world. Um, video game style, anime style. I mean, they go all out on this one. Do a lot of manga and different stuff. It's really cool. If you haven't seen it, it's definitely worth 4K. Another one I think worth 4K because it looked beautiful was Serenity, Joss Whedon's film. I know a lot of people say bad things about Joss Whedon, but you know, he went out and he made his movies, TV shows. The Shining, I was talking about this earlier. Classic. And a movie that I could not believe came out on 4K and I had to snap it up. Sidekicks. Oh, I need to get that poster again. Used to have this poster, by the way. I just and it actually comes with a reversible one. The reversible one, I think is just kind of lame. Again, no offense to Vinegar Syndrome who put it out. I just didn't like that. I just felt like it wasn't as classic as the classic one. I really enjoyed this movie and the commentary, well not commentary, interview with the director is just amazing and I want to listen to the commentary at some point. I think that'll be fun. Oh. All right. Next up is Spiral from the Book of Saw. So this is a Saw. I don't know if it's a prequel or I think it's a sequel, but it stars like Chris Rock and Minghella, Marisol Nichols, Samuel Jackson. So look at that. It's kind of cool. Look, a little thing there. I like that. Neat. Split. The split personality movie also with the slipcase. But yeah, I like this, by the way. I really had a good time watching this flick. I can watch this over and over again, not get bored of it. Well, I'll probably get bored of it one day. One day. Star Wars: The Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker. I'm sorry. I think I have The Last Jedi somewhere, but it might be on Blu-ray. I don't think I got the 4K for it. But yeah, this I got. I think my brother got me this with something else we'll get into later, but for Christmas. And look, this may not be one of my favorite movies from the Star Wars saga, but I'll take it. I want all of them eventually. That's the only one I have on 4K myself, like or whatever. I'm interested to get more. Terminator 2, Judgment Day, which I've heard is the worst viewing of this film and everything. I watched it. I'm not a cinema snob or I'm not a 4K snob. I don't know what is what's gonna look better. So to me, it looked okay. There wasn't really anything like I thought looked like crap, you know, in it. I've seen some of those reviews about it, and I didn't see anything, but um, you know, I can understand when people would. Top Gun, another cruise movie. Um, Probably one of the classic. I need to get Top Gun Maverick, which I was shocked to really, really like. I even liked more than that one. Um, and Total Recall, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, but it says 30th anniversary 4K restoration. So it's a 4K film. Includes brand new 4K and Blu-ray special features. Um, all these different special features in it. Dreamers Within the Dream. And I believe this is just like Blade Runner, where it's written by, the original story was by Philip K. Dick. So interesting. Can't wait to rewatch that on 4K. I've seen it a million times, but not on 4K. Tremors, another movie that I can't wait to share with everybody and whatnot. And I can't wait to rewatch this. So I'm excited. But there you go. It's up here because I think it goes right there. All right. We're down to the nitty gritty, man. The last like six, maybe. Romance, which if you watch, I do a showcase for you guys, talking to you about it and everything and why I love it so much and stuff. And this is the one I count as the my favorite Quentin Tarantino written script. So there you go. True Romance. This to the side right now. Um, Uncut Gems, another Criterion film that I can't wait to explore more. Um, Venom, original Venom. Venom Let There Be Carnage is the one my brother also got me when he got me that Star Wars one, and I really liked it. A lot of people hate it. A lot of people talk trash about it, saying it's a PG-13 Venom movie, or not just Venom, but Carnage movie, and they should have made it R and whatnot. I don't know. I kind of enjoyed it. Wild Things. Um, this is a film that uh I think you guys, if you haven't seen it, you should. It's really, really freaking good. And I loved it. And last but not least, because it starts with a Z, it's my only Z movie. I just got it. It just came in yesterday, and so that was on like a Tuesday, and it is Zombie from Blue Underground. This is the 4K that has the movie, which I have in the thing there, but it's also got the Blu-ray with special features. Actually, the Blu-ray special features I have in there because I was trying to see if it came with like the Blu-ray, but no, I'd have to buy the Blu-ray. Dang, man. So that's it. That's my whole 4K collection. I don't know how many there are. Like, I've got to say over 100. I did not count. I didn't want to even count because I would have might maybe gotten bored and lost track, or whatever. But anywho, I really, 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 really like this. Doing these videos. I think the next one I'm gonna do is like vinegar syndrome, maybe. Don't quote me on that. I don't know yet, but something like that. This is one of my bigger hauls. So things that I have small hauls for, I'll still do because like hopefully the next year I'll have more, to add to it. But for now, I mean, this is it. So hope you guys enjoy this. Let me know what you guys think. Did you guys like these movies? Did you think the movies I didn't like that you liked, tell me, if you like this stuff. But anyway, I enjoyed this and have a good one. Bye.